Okay, I'm going to work on our foreground picture now. It's going to make it appear that the sea oats are really close to us. It's going to finish off the detail of the picture as you're taking your stuff you were just practicing with. I'm starting with the brown. Now, the brown can be mixed with a little bit of beige. You don't need it stark brown. You need it between a beige and a brown. And we're going to come up. It's actually too big for what I wanted. And you're going to do the things you practice here. Don't dwell on it. Just do it. There's no need of dwelling on it. Happy, little, wispies. Any size you want, any height you want. Push down, pull up, pull off the pressure. Push down, pull up, off of the pressure to make that tip. Now, in nature, you're going to see if you're walking along a beach that most of these sea oats, or whatever they're called, are going kind of in the same direction if the wind's blowing. Some of them, all of them are not the same. You can even get darker ones in there. If you mess up, you can make it like it's a clump. Do this entirely across the whole front of the canvas. Now we start with the foxy tail part of the sea oat. You get brown and beige, mix it up, and again we're going to make them a little bit longer this time. Rest your hand, pull up. You're going to have to make a long string of that this time. It's going to be a little bit longer. Pull it up, a little smaller brush. Don't have enough blending gel here. And come over the top of your sand. Alright, there's a longer stem. Going to do several of those. Okay, you've seen here, I finished my the leggings to the sea oats. As you see, I have probably 6'12", 6'10", something like that. Use your hand to rest your other hand so that you can carry with the whole length of that frill there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start on the part that is the cattail-y looking thing. Like I said, please don't be afraid now to come over the waterline where your water is, because these are in the foreground, and as you're standing on a sand dune looking out at the ocean, this is possibly what you're going to see. It's not going to be level down here with the sand. It's going to be sea oats. It's basically a bunch of blobbing. Blobbing, blobbing, blobbing. Blobbing, blobbing, blobbing. Blob, 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 blob. Different colors of browns and beiges. They look pretty ugly right this minute. Blobbly, blobbly, blobbly. Some larger, some smaller. Still no drawing involved, folks. Still no drawing. Make some of them a little longer. And as you're seeing, this is popping. This is popping in the foreground. Any picture that you see. You can even come down here and make a few. Here's one. Let's do one here. Okay, I finished my shadowy part of my sea oats. They're coming above the waterline. They're in the foreground, and so they look pretty large. Now we're going to come, I did these in dark brown because that's going to be the shadowy part of the sea oat. These frills here, I'm hoping you got them different shades and colors of browns and beiges. Give it a little bit more depth. You do them all different sizes, short ones, tall ones, mediums. But these fox sea oats come out, of course, taller. Now, we're going to come in here and we're going to blob just like we did. I'm using a yellowish, brownish, and go and do exactly the same thing with this over top of your browns. Okay, now we're going to come back with, there's places that there's going to be sun hitting these, so we're going to get more of the yellow this time. And we're going to, where the sunlight is hitting these, we're going to place smaller amounts of the yellow. Just smaller amounts, not everywhere, just dibble here and there. The sun's catching those. Behind it is the browns, because that's the shadowing where the ones are overlapping. Can you tell the difference? It's coming 3D a little bit. Little yellow blobs, dots, whatever you want to call them. This is more of yellows than the yellows and browns because we've added yellow to the mixture. And if you want to go back and make some more browns in the shadows, you can, because there's places I see that I want to put some more browns in the shadows underneath of some of these. It's coming around. It's coming around. It's a picture. It's becoming a picture. Didn't know what I wanted to do, but it's coming around. You can go back with your browns, and you can put some underneath, like they are underneath. The sun cannot get to some of these places, and so there's shadows there. Just random. Doesn't have to be you don't want to get every leaf perfect. Nobody's going to take the time to do that, except I guess masters. Just here and there. For your first picture, I want you to relax. The more you relax, the better you're going to be. I'm almost done with the picture. I'm going to put some birds. Now, birds, as I've told my students in my classes, they're not M's, people. They're not M's. They're V's. And they're way in the background. And then there's smaller ones. And then there's, I'm going to use a, okay, I don't know if I caught the other stuff on the my camera. I've decided my birds will be a gray. So we use black and white. We don't want it stark black. That's too much. You want the birds to be very slightly seen. So we're going to use gray. And like I said again, we're going to not going to be M's. We're going to be very small V's. Like that. A V, and then you can come out with an arm. More blending gel here. A V. They're not M's. Kindergartners do M's. There's some closer to you, so that's a larger bird. There's a smaller one. I don't want them gray, so I went back over this one a little bit. And then there's one even further in the distance. Here's one over here. Very scantily put in the picture because you don't want that to be seen. You want the You want most of the attention on the COs because they're in the foreground. Okay, I keep having to fight with my camera here, but we've done the birds. You don't have to do many. I finally did it in light gray. You're done. You're done with your picture. This is a simple picture. There's no drawing involved. I hope you had a good time. Look around, see what else you want to do. I'll try to link you with some YouTube that will go more in depth and show you how to do other techniques. Your light source, your shadowing is really important. I can't stress that enough in a picture. And the more that you paint, the more you'll enjoy it. Put your name on the bottom, and I'm going to do this in another brown. Usually it's right over here. Thank you for watching this video. I've enjoyed it. And I sure hope to see these posted on Facebook to let everybody see that anybody who has a want can actually stroke out a picture in less time than you would think. Fun, relaxing. Enjoy. Thanks again. I want to see the pictures. See you later. Bye-bye.